Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk. If you're new to the channel or you've not seen the previous episodes of Let's Talk, so basically what happens is I talk about stuff that's on my mind or just some general stuff, and yeah, we discuss that in these type of videos, and yeah. And if you want to leave your opinion on these videos, you could comment them down below, or you could get in touch with me on Twitter. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is Eagle City FC. They're a small club in Kenya. And if you want to know more about them, I'll make sure to leave their Twitter handle in the description. And yeah, definitely make sure to check them out and support them as much as you can, because it will mean a lot to them, because they do need um, money to buy new kits and balls. So now let's get into the title of the video, 2020. So yeah, let's reflect on 2020. So I suppose if we're gonna reflect on 2020, we have to reflect on COVID-19. So this all started because some person in China decided he wanted to eat bat for breakfast, and I guess he wanted to be Batman. But jokes aside, this has left a devastating impact on us as a civilization, because we've lost a lot of lives, and economically we've suffered as well. So we've come out of this suffering. So yeah, it's not been uh, good at all, and yeah, it's really affected our day-to-day lives for sure. So in terms of what we learned from the pandemic, well, um, we've learned to value the lesser things in our lives, and because we because of the lockdown guidelines and stuff, and fact we had to stay inside for a large chunk of this year, we've also learned to value people close to us, and we've always taken this for granted, but well, this whole thing has taught us it's important to value those things. And yeah, so that's something at least I've come out of uh, to appreciate more. And yeah, so another thing I would say we've learned from this, another thing we've learned from this is we've learned to appreciate the doctors and stuff, because oftentimes it gets ignored, how crucial doctors actually are in our society. And I would say because of COVID, I think there would be more appreciation now for doctors in general. So that's another thing we've learned from the pandemic. So in terms of what are we thankful for, I'm personally thankful for that I'm still alive and able to do this. So despite everything that has happened, so yeah, that's something I'm always appreciative when I communicate with Allah. That I'm so happy that he I'm still living and breathing. So that's nice. And I'm also thankful for having a wonderful family, and for the life I've been given. And of course, I'm also happy that we have a really good we have really good doctors in Canada, and I'm so happy that we do, because a lot of countries obviously in the world probably don't have as much luck in that department. So I'm very thankful for that as well. Also in 2020, we lost a lot of famous people that were very close to our hearts. There's too many to really go through all of them, because this would be a really long video if I did. So I'll narrow it down to three people that really made me sad this year. So for starters, Kobe. Um, I remember I'm not a really huge fan of basketball, but especially with Kobe, whenever I would shoot throw something in the trash, I would always shout Kobe. So it does really affect me, because I've always known this guy for a while, and yeah, so even from perspective that I've not been watching the basketball, it does affect me that like the way he died and everything. And yeah, it was definitely sad. And the second person I would say that really affected me was like Chadwick Boseman, because like I remember watching Panther, and I was like a huge fan of that movie. It was very inspiring, and yeah, I'm pretty sure Marvel wouldn't be the same without him. And I'm not gonna lie, when I watch Black Panther now, it does feel like sad to like, because like he was such a huge impact in that movie and for like the black community in general. So it is gonna leave a devastating impact. But what we could only do is make sure we continue to honor his legacy. And yeah, and I would say the third person that has really like affected my year was Maradona. Um, so like if you go through like Maradona's accomplishment, this could literally be an hour. But like the guy accomplished so much in football, and like um, it's like you can't like talk enough about him. But like he had such a huge legacy. So like seeing him go is sad as well, because football's lost a huge icon. So yeah. Now let's move on to sporting triumphs. So I'm gonna start this off with the fact that like Karachi finally won a PSL. I'm so happy because like we've had like 5 tries, so like it's about time we finally won PSL. So yeah, it was great. And the way we won, like the final was amazing as well, because like Babar was like unplayable. And yeah, he really is a class above everyone else. And I think he's had a huge impact in making sure Karachi did win PSL this year. So yeah, and I know many people would probably not regard this as a triumph, but like I would say the fact that like we're ending this year with Man United like being in a title race with Liverpool. And yes, we are in a title race with Liverpool because we're literally like 3 points behind them with a game in hand, as I'm recording this video, obviously. So it it is kind of like a sporting triumph for me, at least, because I've not seen Man United this close to the league title since like 2013. So for me, this is a sporting triumph. And I would say obviously Bruno has had a huge impact in that, because like he's transformed Man United from like being an average team that like struggled to create chances, to someone that like no matter what happens, we somehow manage to win games now. And that has to go down to Bruno. um so another sporting triumph, obviously, in 2020 was the fact that Bayern won the Champions League. And what makes this a really special sporting triumph for me is because Alfonso Davies became the first Canadian international to actually lift the Champions League. So that's kind of remarkable and very special for not only me but like every Canadian. So this is a very special sporting triumph for sure. And obviously the Lakers won the NBA, and this was like a tribute to Kobe Bryant, of course. So yeah, that makes this a special sporting triumph as well, for sure. And lastly, obviously Liverpool won the Premier League, which probably symbolizes how shit this year was. Other things we've learned about 2020, well, we've learned that Trump is a really bad loser. In terms of what to expect for 2021, well, uh, we could obviously hope for better things, but if we're being honest, it's probably gonna be basically as bad as 2020, if not worse. And we're probably gonna have even like worst like events that have happened in 2020. And not to mention, like in 2020, there like at one point there was a possibility of World War III starting. So yeah, so that's like that is a low bar for going into 2021. But like I already know for a fact that 2021 is probably going to be even worse, because like that's basically what's been happening over the last few years. We've every new year we've been expecting the next year to be better, or then and the year after that same thing. But like it never really happened. So I don't think 2021 will be any different, unfortunately. The one thing I do hope that like we actually get like the vaccine for COVID, so like we could finally like go back to our normal lives. Like that's something I definitely hope happens in 2021. So yeah. And now before we end the video, I'm gonna like show you guys Twitter moments. So like yeah, enjoy. And yeah, so that basically sums up that like 2020 was pretty shit. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and so you can see like more of these type of videos and more, obviously. And yeah, comment down below whatever you thought about 2020. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.